What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Tommy Props channel. Now today we're going to be going over my best bets for today's game between OKC and the Spurs on the 26th of May. I have three bankers for you guys today, three absolute locks. Let's get straight into it. I'm not going to waffle anymore. So my first bet of today is SGA over 6.5 assists. Now you're probably wondering, all right, why is this, such a banker, such a lock? Well, SGA was absolutely hounded by San Antonio's perimeter defense in Game 4, which is exactly why his passing numbers are bound to climb tonight. One thing I've noticed with SGA in this series is that earlier on, I feel like the Spurs recognized they gave him way too much time, and obviously in Game 4, they made that very, very big defensive adjustment to blitz and rotate heavily onto SGA, which held him to just 19 points on 6 of 15 shooting, which obviously for SGA's numbers is very, very, very poor. So that is, obviously the first reason. And the second reason why this bet is so appealing to me is because even in a very, very, very bad offensive game from OKC, where the team shot for 33%, Shea still managed to get 7 assists, which again is very, very, very good considering how bad his team was shooting. His potential assists were very, very high in Game 4. But he obviously couldn't get the numbers much higher because his teammates were shooting horribly. And I'm just reading off of my stat sheet here that the team actually missed 27 three-pointers, which is, not OKC standard, put it that way. But yeah, that was the first pick. Now onto my second pick for today's game. It's another sort of obvious one, but I have very good stats to back this up. So my second pick for today is Wemby over 25.5 points. Now, he's obviously coming off a very, very good, spectacular performance in Game 4 with just 31 minutes. And he also exploded for 41 points in Game 1. So, Wemby is showing what he's made of this series. He's definitely showing why he should be up there in future, I'm not going to say too early, but future GOAT talks potentially. This is nothing to be, dilly-dallying about. In Game 4, if you watched, Wemby was absolutely demanding the ball, and I know he does a lot of the time, but this was, to the next level. With secondary creators as well, like De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper, not at 100%. Wemby will maintain this very, very high usage rate, which again backs up this bet. And Wemby's ability to stretch the floor, despite being, this huge player, he just defies all odds, I know. He's forcing the OKC bigs way out of their depth and where they don't want to be, which obviously makes it much easier for Wemby to score his points. They can't as effectively contest his shot when he's shooting these real deep threes where they're very uncomfortable. And Wemby obviously ended up sitting out most of the fourth quarter in Game 4. And he still cleared the line comfortably. So what I'd expect to be a much tighter Game 5 with OKC being at home, I would expect him to clear this line and him to play, 38 to 40 minutes. So hopefully this could be, a very, very nice bet for today. And my third and final pick for the game tonight is OKC minus 4.5 handicap. You can see at 1.86 odds here. Now, it's pretty obvious. Well, not obvious why I'm picking this. Some people will say, oh, Spurs handicap's better, this, that, or the other. But in terms of what OKC has done at home, and just, the home team in general, in the last 3 games of this series, OKC won Game 2 at home by 9 points, and Game 3 on the road by 15 points, before dropping Game 4 by 21 points in San Antonio. So back in their own arena, the Thunder's role players are going to perform significantly better, in my opinion. This could be a huge, huge, huge difference in the scoring tonight. And another stat I have here is obviously they were held to a postseason low of 82 points on an abysmal 33% shooting from the field and 18% from deep. So if we talk about stats, they are going to need some sort of mean, regression here, because this is not what OKC do. The OKC are not this bad of a team. They are likely to have a good bounce back here, and I'm betting on that. As you can see here. So yeah, these are my 3 picks for today's game. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe for all of my picks for all the games. See ya.